5 UK cities with the worst drivers. We're sure you don't need to be persuaded to believe that the ability to move a vehicle seamlessly doesn't make a good driver. There are a lot of bad drivers with terrible driving habits behind the wheel of our roads. The United Kingdom is not an exception. Viewed as a whole, some cities in the country have good drivers, while roads in other cities are full of bad drivers. But how do we identify bad drivers? This video shows the 5 UK cities with the worst drivers. The ranking is based on records of fatal, serious and slight accidents and other traffic records in the UK between 2020 and 2021. This indicates which cities have strong drivers on their roads. Number 5. Doncaster. Let's begin this with Doncaster, a city named after the River Don and located in South Yorkshire in England. This city, which serves as the administrative centre of the large city of Doncaster, is the second biggest settlement in South Yorkshire. If you knew one thing or other about Doncaster, you wouldn't have a hard time fathoming its presence on this list. The city, occupying a total area of 43.5 square kilometres, has been among the most dangerous cities in the UK. In 2021, for instance, the crime rate in the city was 149 per 1,000 people, making it the most dangerous in South Yorkshire. One of the reasons for that ranking is its vehicle crime and public order crime rates, which are 42% and 17% more dangerous respectively. To be more specific, however, Doncaster took the 5th spot on this list of UK cities with the worst drivers based on data relating directly to driving activities among drivers during the period covered by the study. For example, the drivers in the city had a total of 11 fatal traffic accidents. Given its population of 158,141, the accident rate was 0.7 fatal accidents per 10,000. It also had 1,106 serious and slight traffic accidents at a rate of 69.94 per 1,000 persons. In Doncaster, the test centre pass rate was as low as 41.4. Only 42.4% of the drivers in the city passed their driving test on their first try, while just 59 of them passed their test with 0 faults. Their total score was 16.77. Number 4. Cambridge. What do you know about Cambridge? The city prides itself as a home to a world-renowned university. The county town in Cambridgeshire, England, is located on the River Cam. If one of the best ways to identify a safe driver is a record of a long period of no claims on car insurance, Cambridge drivers are among the worst in the country. Insurance companies in Cambridge are not having it cool with car owners. They're being slammed with claims upon claims, now and again, far more frequently than drivers in other cities are doing. Drivers here manifest terrible driving habits, such as failure to use their turn signals and impatiently honking even when there is no justification for doing so. More instructive is what's in the record we cited earlier as the basis for this ranking. There we have a population of Cambridge as 158,434 and the total number of fatal and traffic accidents as 55. Did you hear that right? Yes, 55 fatal accidents. That's about the highest in the country between 2020 and 2021, giving the rate of 3.47 per 10,000. What on earth happened to the driving among Canterburyans, as the people of Cambridge are called, such that they could record such high fatalities? In fact, they recorded as many as 1,874 serious and slight traffic accidents, giving the rate of 118.28 per 10,000. The test centre pass rate among them was 50.1%, while only 47.3% of them passed on their first try. Just 29 of them passed the first test with 0 faults. The driving index in Cambridge was 16.7. Number 3. Birmingham. Now, let's go to the West Midlands to find the next of the UK cities with the worst drivers. You sure know that it's referred to as the second city of the United Kingdom, since it's the country's second largest city. How we wish all there is to say about Birmingham remains on the green side. But when it comes to driving, Brummies aren't doing very well. In fact, the article posted by one Tom Williams on Thursday 28th of January 2021, 1:09 PM, on the Metro website concludes that Birmingham drivers are least likely to pass their test, and the post is correct. The writer cited figures from the tests at the Pavilion Test Centre in Perry Barr and South Yardley centres to prove that neither men nor women do well at the notoriously difficult test centres. Now, going by the statistics in our study, which placed the population of Birmingham at 984,333, a total of 36 fatal traffic accidents were recorded among Brummies during the period. That was a rate of 0.37 per 10,000. The total number of serious and slight traffic accidents in the city was 3,903. What a huge figure, second only to London's, even though the rate was far higher in Birmingham at 39.65 per 10,000. Corroborating the earlier cited article in the Metro, the test centre pass rate was a meagre 42.5%, while only 40% of drivers in the city passed their test on their first try. Just 26 of the applicants passed their first test with 0 faults. So the driver's index in Birmingham was as low as 16.53. Number 2, Plymouth. In the port city of Plymouth, we find some of the worst drivers in the UK. The unitary authority in the southwest of England is located on the south coast of Devon. As it's approximately 58 kilometres southwest of Exeter and bordered by Cornwall to the west and southwest, its drivers have reasons to emulate better examples of their neighbours. Unfortunately, Plymouthians are unfortunate to be driven by drivers with poor rankings. For instance, Plymouth was recently named as one of the most dangerous places for learner drivers in the UK. In Plymouth, with an estimated population of 260,203, the drivers caused 8 fatal traffic accidents, giving a rate of 0.31 per 10,000. They were also involved in 768 serious and slight traffic accidents during the period at a rate of 39.52 per 10,000. Pass rates were even lower in the city, with only 37.9% successful on average, while only 37.4% of them passed their tests on the first try. Also, only 24 of them went through the first test with 0 faults. Eventually, their index was 16.14. These figures are just a reflection of the realities being seen each day. Residents of the city don't need studies like this to be told. Plymouth's courts are sentencing a frightening number of dangerous drivers who are being brought to the dock. The number of drinkers and dodgy drivers banned, or sometimes even jailed for their stupid actions, is huge. These are just the ones who are lucky enough not to have killed or seriously injured someone. Number 1, Leeds. Finally, the city with the worst drivers in the UK is Leeds, another city in Yorkshire in England. Located in West Yorkshire, Leeds is governed by a metropolitan borough of Leeds, the wider county having devolved powers. The city has been built around the River Aire, and it is in the eastern foothills of the Pennines. There are 15 terrible roads in Leeds you won't want to drive on. Among these is City Square, where drivers can't avoid honking. Kirkstall Road with incessant queues, backing up to the Horsforth roundabout, partly due to the bad driving habits, is another example. Armley Gyratory, Tong Road, the A64, Wellington Road, Roundhay Road, Morley Buttons and Whitehall Road are other tough examples. Lioners should be ashamed of their drivers for scoring so poorly on all traffic ratings. Yet, can they deny that they aren't seeing proof of bad driving on the roads of Leeds? The city has the unfortunate accolade of being home to the worst drivers in the UK, as mentioned previously. With a population of 454,123, it had as many as 29 fatal accidents within the period covered by the study. Imagine, a whole 29, not counting the number of lives that were lost in the carnage. That gave a rate of 0.64 fatal accidents per 10,000 people. There were also 2,371 traffic accidents which were of serious or slight nature, with a rate of 52.1 serious and slight accidents per 10,000. The test centre pass rates were as low as 41.2%. Only 40.2% passed their tests on their first try, while just 16 drivers passed the test with 0 faults. Leeds' driver's index is 15.01. Please, what's your take on the 5 UK cities with the worst drivers as shown here? Kindly let's get this discussion continued in the comment section via your valued comments. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.